Hello my peeps, this video will be for Algebra Nation, page 117, problem number 8. And yours truly is going to be the maestro, mastermind, presentator of today's podcast because let's just say Algebra Nation looked like the Miami Heat did over the weekend. And I know some of you want to do this, but actually Mr. Phillips says you should do this. So basically, since Algebra Nation channeled their inner Miami Heat against the New Orleans Pelicans, Mr. Phillips will go ahead and do this problem. So, as someone once said, let's get it started.
Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Lose control of body and soul. Don't move.
So here we go. You have a picture on problem number 8. We have a square and a rectangle. The question in the Algebra Nation workbook is a little different, so I'm just going to go by this question. What is the difference in the area of the two posters? So what am I going to do? I am going to find the area for this poster, which is a square. Remember, area is length times width, so I'm going to do x times x. Remember that when you're multiplying exponents, you're really adding the exponents. And there's an exponent of an invisible, like Casper, our friendly ghost, there's an invisible 1 for an exponent. So when I do x times x, I get x squared because 1 plus 1 is 2. Now I'm going to find the area of the rectangle. So I will do x plus 6 times the quantity x minus 6, length times width. And when I do this, I'm going to use something called FOIL. The F is going to stand for first. So I am going to do the first term here in the parentheses, which would be x, times the first term in the second set of parentheses, which would also happen to be x. So F stands for first. I'm going to do x times x. We went over that above. X times x would be x squared. I add the exponents. Are you ready for a brain break? Don't let this happen to you on the EOC. That should be a Miami Heat highlight. Nice. Now we will do the O. O stands for outside. So here's my problem, x plus 6 parentheses x minus 6. Notice the x is on the outside and the minus 6 is on the outside. So basically I'm pretending that all of these are sitting at a table in the cafeteria. Who's on the outside of the table? X and negative 6. So I'm going to multiply x and negative 6 together. I remember there is an invisible coefficient of 1. 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. My dog follows me everywhere I go. So that gives me negative 6x for the outside. I will continue to FOIL. First, outside, I is going to stand for inside. I is going to stand for inside. So I've got all my kiddos at the cafeteria table. Which terms are on the inside? A plus 6 and x. So I will multiply those together. 6 times 1 gives me 6. My dog follows me everywhere I go. So that gives me a positive 6x for the inside. Continue to FOIL. First, outside, inside, L stands for last. The last term here is 6. The last term here is negative 6. So I would do positive 6 times negative 6, resulting in a negative 36. So my last is going to be a negative 36. Now I am getting closer to being done with my FOIL. I'm going to give them all a little bit of TLC. No, not TLC, CLT. Combining like terms. Don't give them tender love and care. Give them combining like terms. So what can I combine here? Well, I can put my negative 6x and positive 6x together. When I put these two terms together, they negate each other, kind of like New Orleans negated the heat the other night. Nice analogy, Mr. Phillips. Plus 10. So I'm left with x squared minus 36. Remember, when we get to this step in foiling, we are done multiplying and we are just adding, combining like terms. The question originally was, what is the difference in the area of the two posters? Difference means subtract. So the first area was x squared. The second area was x squared minus 36. Since they asked me to find the difference, difference means subtract, so I have to distribute a negative 1 to everything in parentheses. Distribute a negative 1 to everything in parentheses. When I distribute a negative 1, that's going to give me negative x squared, and a negative times a negative is a positive. That's going to give me positive 36. Now, I'm going to see if anything can be combined. I think this term and this term can be put together because they have the same exponent. So basically, this and this will negate each other. What am I left with? 36, since we're doing area, 36 square units. That is the difference in the area. Thanks for watching.